Hey guys, this is Goku, and on this channel we talk about poker and ideas that can improve your life. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and click the subscribe button because I'll be honored to have you here. Today we're gonna play another GTO trainer session. This is a series where we play different types of GTO spots, and we're just finishing up playing the big blind call versus button open. Previously we played a couple of different spots. We played the cutoff open versus big blind call. We play the MP2 open versus big blind call and the MP2 open versus button call. So we're playing 500 hands each. So we are 3 sessions away from finishing this spot. This is an MTT spot played on 50 big blind stacks where the button open raises to 2.5 BBs and the big blind calls, and we are the big blind player. The goal is to minimize EV loss on each spot, so hopefully we can have a very good last 3 sessions and bring this number down to -25. This is the goal, but let's see what we can do, and let's start a new session. Okay, in our first hand we've got 10-3 of spades on a 5-7 king. I'm gonna check. Villain checks behind. We pick up a gut shot, but a weak one, so we're gonna check. Should actually bet here 71% of the time. And do we call the bet? I think not. Gonna fold it, and we should be folding 99.97% of the time. Now we've got 7-6 off on an 8-8-9. We're gonna check and call the bet. Should actually be raising here 50% of the time, as you can see. There's a 3 of hearts on the turn. Maybe we should lead here. I'm gonna try donk betting. It's a 5.5% play with a small EV loss, well, a minimal EV loss, but 94%. We should just check here. There's a king of diamonds on the river, and I'm just thinking probably we should donk bet it here, right? Yeah, we should. And the villain folds, so that's great. Ace-8 off on a 3-3-9 with 2 hearts. We're checking, probably calling the bet with ace of hearts. Yeah, queen of hearts on the turn. We're gonna check. Are we calling the 3/4 pot bet now? Or are we folding? Maybe are we raising it sometimes? I think folding is fine. I'm gonna fold. Okay, so I had a good feeling about the raise. It should be a raise 50% of the time. But another 50% we should probably be calling. And folding is bad here. We should not be folding ace-8 of on this board with the ace of hearts. So, yeah. Good to know, good to know. So there goes our perfect session. It's not gonna be this one, but hopefully we can avoid making any more big mistakes like that one. 6-10 off on a 6-Jack-9. We're gonna check it, and we're gonna call the bet. 7 of diamonds on the turn. We pick up some more equity. Now do we bet it? I think we're gonna check. Yeah, 99% of the time. And maybe this is a similar spot where we should raise. Should go for a check raise, or probably not. We should probably just call here. Yeah. 5 of spades on the river. We're gonna check it and fold it. And the solver's actually calling here 16% of the time. King Jack off on an 8-6 ace. It's gonna be a check and a fold. Yep. 10-6 off on a deuce 8 deuce is a check fold. King 9 off on a 9 king queen with 2 hearts. It's gonna be a check raise. And the solver actually prefers calling 74% of the time and check raising 26% of the time. Ace on the turn. We should probably continue betting, but bet how much? 3/4. And surprisingly, the solver actually likes to check here 95% of the time. And thinks betting 3/4 is -1 BBs of EV loss, so a big mistake. It's interesting to me because I'm probably almost never checking here. I kind of feel like I have to bet to protect my 2 pair. But yeah, we need to learn from the solvers, and this is a spot where we clearly should mostly check 19 out of 20 times, so that is significant. Queen Jack off on an 8 Jack 9, it's gonna be a check and a call. 4 of hearts on the turn, we're gonna check again. Villain checks behind, and there's a 7 of spades on the river, and we're gonna check it. And the solver likes donk betting here 95% of the time. So that's what we should do too. Checking is fine EV-wise, but just 1% of the strategy. 6 queen off on an 8 for 10. It's gonna be a check. Villain checks behind. We pick up a double gut shot, so we're gonna bet 2 here. And the villain folds. Ideal action would actually be checking, but we can see the donk betting or betting a third of the pot here is 70% of the strategy, and also a minute EV loss. 7-8 off on an ace queen 4. It's gonna be a check and a fold. Queen Jack off on a 9-9 ace is a check fold, but the villain checks behind. We have a deuce of clubs on the turn. We're gonna check and fold. 9 Jack on a 10 Jack 8 is a check. Maybe a raise, but I'm gonna call it. 60% call, 40% raise. 5 of diamonds on the turn. Do we lead here sometimes? Probably. I'm gonna bet 3/4 here. And ideal action is a check, played 83% of the time. If we're betting, betting 3/4 is fine EV-wise, but just 3% of the strategy, so it should rather be an overbet or a third pot bet, so probably a third pot bet. 6 of diamonds on the river, and we're gonna donk bet it. That's the ideal action, and we get called by ace-9 off. 7-3 of diamonds on a 9-3-9. We're gonna check call it. 6 of hearts on the turn. We're gonna check and fold. Okay, we should be calling still here 99.3% of the time. And folding is a medium EV loss. Yeah. Queen 4 off on a 9-9-10. We're gonna check and fold. 7-5 off on a queen king queen is a check and a fold. 10-4 of diamonds on a 5 king ace with 2 hearts is a check fold as well. Queen Jack off on an 8-10 deuce. think this is a hand that the solver likes to bet with. It's not actually. It's a 98% check. 7-10 off on an ace 8-4 is a check fold. Queen 9 on a 10 queen ace is a check and a call. We hit 2 pair on the turn. We're gonna check again. And do we shove it here or do we just call? I think we shove it here. And we shouldn't. We should just call 99.9% of the time. Shoving is a medium EV loss and a super rare play. But the villain folds. King 5 of diamonds on a jack deuce 9 with 2 hearts. We're checking and folding. 8-5 off on a 9 deuce queen is a check fold. 8-3 of hearts on an ace 9-10 is a check fold as well. King 9 off on a jack king jack is a check. Villain checks behind. 9 of spades on the turn. We're gonna bet third of the pot. Ideal action still a check 75% of the time, but 24%. We should bet a third pot here, like we did. And there's a 6 of hearts on the river, and we're going to play a donk bet. As we should, but the villain folds. 4-5 off on an ace 7-10 is a check fold. Villain check behind, but we're still gonna check it on the turn. Villain checks behind again, and we actually catch a pair on the river, but we're still checking it. And surprisingly, the solver likes to overbet here 57% of the time and checks 42% of the time, which is quite interesting. But yeah, ace 5 of diamonds on a 4 deuce 7. It's gonna be a check. Villain checks behind. There's a jack of diamonds on the turn. We're gonna bet a third of the pot. That's the ideal action, but the villain folds. And we played our 25 hands for the day. It went very quickly today. A lot of checking and folding. And our overall EV loss is at a good number, one that we'd like to finish with the whole spot, but unfortunately we need much better sessions in order to bring the overall EV loss to this number. We need the last 2 sessions to be close to perfect, but we'll see if we can make it. Yeah, we made this one big mistake here, one substantial mistake, and a couple of smallish ones. So not too bad. Our frequencies, we're still too aggressive, and we should be doing a lot more checking and fold and calling. And surprisingly, we also overfolded this session. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, and if you stayed this long especially, please leave a comment below. Just write anything you'd like. You can write GTO or ask a question. Subscribe to this channel if you're not already. Give this video a thumbs up. And check out some of my other videos in the description of this one or on the channel page. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. You want to learn how to play poker? Great. You have little or no experience playing poker? No problem. Do you want to learn the fundamentals, the most basic principles that allow you to easily win money when playing with casual players? That's perfect, because this course was created specifically for people like you. My name is Mateusz, I've played over 3 million hands of No Limit Texas Hold'em, and I'd like to teach you how to play poker like a pro. What you will learn in this course are the fundamentals, the ABC of poker condensed into 21 short and easily digestible lectures. In each lecture, you will learn a different concept which you can test out and practice immediately after watching. Well, do you want to become a good poker player? Do you want to be able to beat recreational players easily? Do you want to have a great time winning at your local home games? Great! Get this course now and start winning at poker.